Diwali has begun and we are going to start preparing all our mithais, sweets and our savory items.
Let's start by heating a cup of ghee, but then I have not used the whole of it. I've reserved some of it in the bowl. Heat it up well, but make sure your flame is low. Now to this you add 2 cups of besan and make sure once you add the besan, you constantly start stirring it. And stir it well until all the ghee has been absorbed. So once it has reached a crumbly texture, you can start adding your reserved ghee little by little. But make sure you're not adding it all at the same time. And again I'm mixing it well. Keep your flame low at all the times. Now I'm going to add a little more ghee, but just a tablespoon. So just to let you all know, I have not used the entire cup of ghee. I think I must have reserved about 1/3 cup, which I did not add till the end because I had to stop here because this is the consistency you need. As you can see now that my flame is still low and the mixture has now reached a little on the browner side and the bubbles have reduced as well. So this is like a good sign where you know the mixture is roasted well. So I'm now going to switch off the flame because I have been roasting this besan continuously for about 20 minutes. So now at this point I have switched off the flame and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of milk to this, and this is all on the switched off flame. So the besan is very hot at this point. So once you add the milk, it is all going to bubble up, but please do not stop stirring this because even after you switch off the flame, you have to stir this for a good 2 minutes until completely the mixture is completely cool and it stops bubbling. So this is after 2 minutes of continuously stirring it with no gas flame on, and you can see the color has become a beautiful caramelly brown color, which is exactly the one that we want. So the mixture is still quite hot. I'm going to take it out in a bowl so that it stops cooking any further in the residual heat of the pan. So now it has reached a point where it is a little lukewarm, but I still cannot touch it, it's that warm. So we have to patiently wait for some time till it reaches a temperature where you can touch it. So here I have prepared some coarsely ground sugar. You can even get bura in the Indian markets. This is about a cup.
So now this mixture has cooled down a little bit but not completely. It's a little warm. Now I'm going to add this coarsely ground sugar to this. I'm going to add the elaichi powder and I'm going to grate some nutmeg into the mixture. Just a little bit, maybe half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Now I'm going to add about half a cup of dry fruits, that is badam, pista and cashews. I have roasted them lightly and just pulsed them in the mixer a little bit. I have reserved a bit for garnish. So I'm going to mix this well till everything comes together. The minute everything comes together, I'm just going to make a soft dough with my hands. So don't knead it like aggressively like your chapati dough. Just make sure everything is well mixed. So now for the besan barfi. You put the besan mixture in a dabba, in a box. You can take whatever size box which is a little deep, so you can cut the barfis and take it out later. So I have greased the box with a little ghee and it's set quite well. I'm just going to add a bit. So you can take the help of the spoon. So I'm just going to decorate this with some dry fruits which I have coarsely ground. And I'm going to let this set for an hour at least. And now the besan barfi has set quite well. So now let's cut it into small squares. And the besan barfi is absolutely ready to eat. It looks perfect, it has set perfectly. Just make sure that you're very carefully removing it when it sets hard so it doesn't break. Have a safe Diwali and keep watching my recipes. Wishing all of you a very happy Diwali. Thank you.